Have you ever imagined creating a full, professional quality video in less than 20 seconds, without cameras, without editing software, and without any prior design skills? What if all it took was your voice, one sentence, and an intelligent AI system that understands exactly what you want? That's not a distant dream anymore, it's happening right now. Elon Musk's company, xAI, has just unveiled a groundbreaking AI video generation model called Imagen V0.9, and it's about to change everything about how we create content, run businesses, and communicate ideas. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and understand how to use this technology for your own benefit, this is something you need to see. Because the truth is, tools like this are not just for tech giants, they're for everyone who wants to work smarter, faster, and more creatively in the age of artificial intelligence. Elon Musk's xAI Imagen V0.9 is built on what's known as the Grok Aurora engine, a system that merges advanced image synthesis, sound design, and physics-based animation into a single platform. When you use Imagen, you don't need a camera or editing skills. You simply describe what you want, and the AI brings it to life. You can type your description or speak it aloud in voice mode. For example, you could say, create a cinematic 20-second video of a young woman walking through a futuristic Tokyo street at night, with neon lights reflecting off wet pavement and soft ambient music in the background. Within 15 to 20 seconds, Imagen produces a stunningly realistic video, complete with motion, lighting, depth, and sound that feels like a professional film studio made it. It's a tool designed for anyone who wants to tell stories, promote products, or express ideas visually, but doesn't have the resources to hire videographers or editors. Just imagine how this could change digital marketing, education, entertainment, and even communication in general. Picture Elon Musk standing inside xAI's sleek San Francisco lab, surrounded by rows of high-end servers glowing blue, while engineers monitor Aurora's live output, landscapes forming, people moving, and music syncing automatically, all created from plain text. This is what the future of creative technology looks like, and it's available to everyone. But xAI isn't the only player pushing the limits of artificial intelligence. Google has just released something equally revolutionary, the Gemini 2.5 computer use model. Unlike a normal chatbot, this version of Gemini can actually use computers the way humans do. It can click buttons, navigate web pages, drag files, fill out online forms, and even perform complex digital workflows across multiple apps, all automatically. Imagine telling Gemini, book a flight from New York to San Francisco, add it to my calendar, and email the receipt to my assistant, and watching as the AI executes the whole process flawlessly within minutes. Google says early testers have reported workflows running 50% faster, with up to 18% higher accuracy on complex tasks. Engineers at Google DeepMind have been training this model to understand visual layouts and dynamic web structures. So it doesn't just respond with text, it interacts with the real world of digital interfaces. This is the next step in AI evolution. Models that don't just think but act, taking over the repetitive parts of our daily digital work. For entrepreneurs, developers, or busy professionals, that means more time for strategy, creativity, and innovation while AI handles the routine. Meanwhile, Anthropic, the company behind the Claude family of AI models, has been making major moves of its own. Recently, it announced a partnership with IBM to integrate Claude into IBM's suite of enterprise applications. This integration will bring Claude's advanced reasoning and language understanding capabilities directly into corporate systems used by developers, analysts, and managers. IBM is using Claude for tasks like reviewing code, analyzing data, and drafting business documents. The goal is not just to make AI more powerful, but to make it more responsible, safe, explainable, and transparent. Anthropic's approach to responsible AI deployment is guided by something they call constitutional AI, a method that trains models to align with ethical principles and human values. They're also expanding globally, opening their first office in India to tap into the growing pool of local AI talent. Picture a real image of the Anthropic team meeting with IBM executives in a glass-walled New York conference room. Laptops open, diagrams of AI architecture glowing on big digital screens. It is a collaboration that represents how human expertise and machine intelligence can work side by side to create something bigger than either could alone. And then there is the creative side of this new AI wave. Tools designed not just for engineers or corporations, but for anyone who wants to create beautiful visuals quickly and easily. One of the most talked about platforms right now is GenSpark AI Designer, a tool that's making design work faster and simpler than ever before. Imagine sitting at your laptop, logging into GenSpark's clean, modern interface. You type a prompt like, create a modern poster for an AI newsletter that helps busy professionals learn about AI in 3 minutes a day. Make it bold, professional, and colorful. Within seconds, GenSpark generates 4 unique design options. You can tweak the layout by saying, add more color, or make it minimalistic, and the AI updates your design instantly. You can then download your final version as a high-resolution image or vector file ready for printing or posting. You don't need Photoshop or any design background. GenSpark does all the visual reasoning for you, finding balance, proportion, and harmony automatically. It's already being used by marketers, startups, and influencers who want to produce polished content fast. Think of real scenes of creators working on laptops, bright studio lights bouncing off sleek screens showing AI-generated ads, posters, and banners, all created without human designers. That's what GenSpark is doing for digital creativity. These technologies, Imagine, Gemini, Claude, and GenSpark, represent 4 different dimensions of the same transformation. Together, they form the backbone of a new digital ecosystem where AI assists, creates, and collaborates with humans instead of just answering questions. Learning to use them effectively is not just an advantage anymore. It's a necessity. Let's break down how you can start using each one to improve your workflow. Productivity and creativity in practical ways. To use xAI Imagine v0.9, start by visiting xAI's official website or downloading the Imagine app. Once you log in, you'll find an option to use text input or voice input. In voice mode, you can simply say something like, create a product demo video with a clean white background and a rotating smartphone in the center. The AI will analyze your description, visualize the 3D structure, generate the lighting and textures, and then synthesize the video in about 20 seconds. You can preview the clip, adjust small details like lighting, tone, or music, and export it in HD or 4K. Businesses can use it for ads, creators for storytelling, and educators for visual lessons. The benefit is time, hours of production work reduced to seconds. And because the system is built on Grok's Aurora engine, the results look professional, not artificial. Over time, you can create entire content libraries without ever touching a camera or editing timeline. Using Google's Gemini 2.5 is just as straightforward. If you're in the Google Workspace ecosystem, Gemini is already rolling out as an upgrade inside applications like Gmail, Docs, and Drive. But the computer use mode is where the real power lies. You can activate it through Google Labs or developer tools. Once enabled, you can type natural commands like, open the marketing dashboard, export the last month's analytics, and email the report to my team. Gemini will visually navigate your computer screen, perform each click, and complete the workflow. It's like having a digital assistant that understands interfaces and executes tasks without code. For developers, Gemini also supports integration through APIs, so you can automate your web or app processes without manual programming. This technology is especially valuable for anyone managing multiple tools or performing data-heavy work because it frees up your focus for higher-level thinking. Anthropic's Claude, now enhanced through IBM's enterprise partnership, works as a reliable co-pilot for complex reasoning tasks. You can access it through Anthropic's website or within IBM's developer suite. Claude can summarize legal contracts, debug code, generate strategic plans, and answer in-depth technical questions. The advantage of Claude over other models is its contextual understanding. It remembers longer conversations and reasons through complex, multi-step problems. Imagine a data analyst using Claude to compare financial projections, or a project manager asking it to outline a 6-month roadmap with risk assessments and solutions. Because it's trained under strict ethical frameworks, companies can trust it to handle sensitive information responsibly. GenSpark AI Designer is more about visual creation. Once you sign up on the GenSpark platform, you can start by selecting the kind of project you need: poster, flyer, product image, wallpaper, or ad creative. The interface gives you a blank canvas and a text box where you describe your idea. Within seconds, the AI searches through millions of design references and generates layouts that match your theme. You can continue refining until you get the exact look you want. For freelancers and small businesses, This is a game changer. It removes the need for expensive design software and professional designers. And because it's fast, you can test multiple ad versions quickly to see what performs best. Each of these tools serves a different purpose but shares one underlying benefit: speed and intelligence. They allow you to go from idea to execution almost instantly. They're not replacing human creativity. They're multiplying it. When you combine them, the potential becomes even more powerful. Imagine this workflow. You start your day by using Claude to brainstorm video ideas or script outlines. So why is all of this important for you? Because we're re-entering a time when understanding and using AI will be as fundamental as knowing how to use a computer or smartphone. The people who learn these tools now will shape how industries evolve. Whether you're an artist, entrepreneur, teacher, or engineer, these systems give you leverage. They give you the power to think faster, create more, and compete globally. The sooner you start exploring them, the more comfortable you'll be adapting as they evolve. Technologies like xAI Imagine v0.9, Gemini 2.5 Claude, and GenSpark AI Designer are not just innovations, they're invitations to the future. And that future belongs to those who dare to use them.